Hello, hello, precious lights. I am grateful to be here with you today, as is the Council of Light. We are always grateful to collaborate in this way. And today we're going to bring in some energetic support for the preparation for the lunar eclipse and the 999 triple Stargate that is happening beginning Sunday and then through Tuesday. And I'm being shown sacred geometric configurations that contain energetic downloads, energetic information being brought in to support you traversing this corridor. And for each one of you, you've had your journeys. And for some of you, in present moment experience and perception, it might be a lot. You might perceive it as a lot, intense, especially this time. And we're going to talk about why. And we've spoken to this before, but we always present information, hopefully in a different way, so that you can assimilate it in a deeper way each time we speak to it. And this particular energetic moment, energetic opportunity that has presented itself is a culmination. And it's not that there's an urgency around it, that we have to make sure we get everything done. Although you might be sensing that on some level, that some part of you wants to make sure you do. But take a moment to rest into the part of you that knows, that has prepared for this time, a culmination, end of great grand cycle, lots of cycles within cycles, overlapping, coming to a place of completion so that the new can launch. And we tend to launch from where we complete. So ideally, we would recommend allowing yourselves to traverse this corridor, this energetic opportunity that is earmarked for glorious completion from a place of being in gratitude for how far you've come, recognizing you have journeyed and evolved in massive ways. And it's a graduation, a rite of passage. And what if this time could be about the gratitude for, it's like as you reflect on what has been, because it brought you here. Seeing it through that empowered lens of it was learning, it was evolution. And we're encouraging the authentic. So we don't want to sugarcoat anything. We don't encourage you to sugarcoat anything. Feel what you feel. Be real about your emotions, your thoughts. Doesn't mean you have to stay there, identify there. The majority of what is presenting itself at this time and will present itself throughout this corridor is what's coming up to complete. And there is a shadow aspect that isn't meant from fear. Think of it as in terms of what's been hidden from your awareness, from you. And no one hid it from you. You covered it up in some way and weren't ready to look at it until now, and that's okay. And so, what would it take for you to be real about what arises? Allow it to arise, not try to bury head in sand, not look at it, avoid it, stay busy, distract, but to simply allow for it to come up, to be seen, felt, heard. And the guides are using the word authenticated. That doesn't mean it's agreed with. That doesn't mean you identify as a victim. But there's some part of you that unconsciously at some point in time perhaps created an identity around that, whatever it is that arises, the fear, the uncertainty, the lack, the not enough, the disempowered. And can you love that part of you that feels disempowered? Can you validate that part of you from a place of love, compassion? Can you let it exist, be seen, be heard through the eyes of love? Non-resistance, non-judgment, embrace of what is. From, again, compassion and understanding that from a separation-based point of view, when that part of you developed that identification, it didn't have all the information that you have now. So compassion is key for self, for what you're thinking, what you're feeling, for the body deva that has perhaps repressed emotions since its first incarnation as human. However many lifetimes that is. Maybe as animal, it didn't repress emotions in animal form. But as soon as it incarnated in human form, it took on those agreements that it's not okay to feel, that it's somehow a weakness or somehow not evolved, not safe. And actually, it's the opposite. It's super safe to feel, to allow, to presence, to use. It's actually empowering to use those emotions, those waves of energy as fuel to activate the vibrational shifts, the evolutionary shifts that you're after, body deva. So what would it feel like for you to hold space for your body deva, recognizing that maybe for 10 or 20 or 30 lifetimes, it's been repressing all of its emotions because it didn't feel safe enough to feel it, to presence it. It literally shoved it deep into the energetic closet. And that's part of the shadow, the hidden, that will reveal itself in this corridor. And maybe it's deep grief or sadness or disempowerment or anger or frustration, feeling disconnected, not safe, afraid. And so what would it feel like to hold space for your body, David, to ride those waves so that it can complete those vibrational shifts that all of that symbolizes, that all of that was actually experienced and conjured for. We went through an experience that generated emotion so that we can use the emotion to elevate, to shift, to grow, to expand, to evolve. And so the mantra can be, I'm willing to not give this meaning. I'm willing to release any meaning I ever gave this as emotions rise, as thoughts that are disempowering or perhaps fear-based or lack-based arise. And we're going to support you in this now moment, encouraging you, your body, your teams, to work with your higher selves, your energetic fields, your guides, to adjust and calibrate your energetic fields appropriately for the appropriate way for you to navigate this corridor, to optimize this energetic opportunity for you. What's your way of being compassion with self, compassion with body deva, allowing emotions to flow without judging them, without identifying with them, without trying to fix or change? What's your way of remembering you're never upset for the reason you think? This is old stuff being brought to a place of completion. And you might write that down somewhere where you can see it for the next 3, 4, 5 days. This is old stuff being brought to a place of completion. Even if it's an experience that shows up in the outer world, recognize this time is in every way energetically earmarked for completion, so that you can literally graduate from. It's a rite of passage. It's a sacred time to allow for the completion, to allow for it first to arise, to be seen. So cranking up the courage, inviting you, your body, your teams to activate and amplify more courage, and to hone your perfect appropriate stance. We're going to invite your future selves in fully enlightened states to come back in time and to show you that appropriate stance for you. Body for itself, teams for themselves, to walk with you through this corridor, to model the appropriate stance, to share energetic information, to hold a safe space and compassion for you. Your guides, same. Body's guides, same. Team, same. You can call in beings of love and light that you affiliate yourself with to help you walk this corridor in a grand way, in a celebratory way, but also it's like there's a reverence there, because this is a rite of passage. And are you willing to bring to a place of completion what you are ready to complete, transcend, evolve, return, resolve, let go? And whatever doesn't allow that, will you release and uncreate it? We're just holding space now, witnessing and inviting you to hone your stance and your energetic attitude. And being shown body devas right now. It's like body devas are nature spirits of earth. So body deva, what animal form or elemental form do you want to hold for this corridor that would support you? And maybe it's multiple, that would support you in the transcendence of that which you're ready to graduate, complete, transcend. And we're just working with body deva guides to help the body devas hone their appropriate energetic form in an appropriate, safe, supportive dimension. And so maybe it's a magical nature spirit like dragon or unicorn or Pegasus, or maybe it's an elemental form like a wave of the ocean or a mountain or wind. And body deva, what form can you take on that helps you traverse this time where you feel safe to let the energy flow in the direction it wants to flow and use it to activate the vibrational transformation? And we're going to call in, inviting the body deva to call in its appropriate nature spirit guides, and maybe ascended masters that have mastery of this work, that to support body devas in this transitionary time, caterpillar to butterfly, to literally rehearse. And it's like they're helping the body walk every step. They're helping the body deva maneuver through, navigate through this time, this corridor, with grace, with ease, with empowerment, with trust, with flow, courage, self-love. And then you as a soul can link in with your guides and any ascended masters you want to invite to journey with you to support you in the vibrational sovereignty, to hold space for your completion, but also then allowing for the body deva and the teams to move through what they're ready to complete without getting attached, without trying to fix or change it for them. And we're just sharing that information energetically. And how to hone that perfect vibrational stance of compassion, safety, connection, trust, flow, courage, empowerment. And there's literally this knowing, this layer of knowing you're successful. So we're going to invite you to link in with your future self to support you in honing that, bringing in that thread of who you are as the one who has completed with grace, with ease, in a thorough, profound way, a sacred way. Everything you're ready to bring to a place of completion. Body team, same. And then I'm feeling this peace drop in, which is the ideal. It's like an empowered, connected peace that can then, like, anything is possible. It links with that. And imagine launching then from, once the completion is complete, we're going to allow for that space. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Then we can launch from, now what? Anything is possible. Getting current with who we've become once the completion is complete. And then launching from that optimism, that it's like next level self, who you've become once you've integrated all the shifts. And then you launch into the anything is possible. And that last part that I just spoke to feels like what we're going to bring in, at least portion of the 999 triple Stargate transmission of light that we're doing on 999 Tuesday. That's being offered on a sliding scale if you'd like to journey with us for that transmission of light. It feels very comprehensive, thorough, connected, elegant, and there's this element of it that it feels like things are going to be brought in a way that are going to bypass my expectations of, in other words, new things that I haven't birthed before in this work, been a conduit for. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that 999 Stargate. And we'll put a link below in the description if you'd like to journey with us for that. And so I'm just checking now, just supporting you and continuing to adjust, to calibrate. It's like adjusting your energetic sails to ride the wave in the optimal way for you. Body for itself, teams for themselves. Relaying information through the time spiral continuum so that you're getting energetic information from your future self, an optimal vantage point on the other side of the wave, helping you ride it, helping you navigate it, helping you not miss anything. Like you're being very thorough in what you're completing energetically, and this is far beyond the mind, far beyond the intellect. You will most likely see things surfacing, encouraging you to remember to breathe, remember to stay present, engage observer mode. And we're going to end this energetic conversation and transmission of light with a process to support you in remembering who you are in truth, so that as you embark through this corridor, you're anchored in your true identity. So we invite you to take a deep breath in. We're going to invite a balancing and stabilizing of all your energetic fields, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived, getting reset and ready for the next energetic shift. Inviting each of you, your body, your teams, to ground more in your own unique way, to balance the electrical and magnetic energy in all systems, components, and levels of your being. And I just saw a layer we're going to go ahead and bring through, and that's unplugging from mass consciousness. So we invite you at the level of your higher self to scan body, team, same, anywhere you're linked in with mass consciousness. You might have gotten attached, wanting them to be more evolved, wanting them to be different, wanting them to wake up, wanting them to be kinder, whatever it is. And maybe it's just a certain group in mass consciousness. Recognize that that then entangles you in an energetic web of energy, karma, and through this corridor, you don't want to be tangled with anyone else's fields. It tangles you with stuff that's not yours. So super important for this corridor to be in the sovereignty in our own lane, so that whatever we're presencing, whatever's coming up, we just compassion for self, allow. We don't have to worry about determining whether it's ours or not ours. So inviting you to engage next level sovereignty. We're going to show you how to do that. Part of that is just your choice, your willingness to be in a greater level of sovereignty, meaning hands to myself. I'm only going to mold my own clay. I'm only going to be attached to what I choose for me. I'm only going to be attached to what I think, to what I believe, to how I behave. Everyone else gets free will choice for themselves. That's ordained, divine design, point of inception, creator, source, activated at birth. Everyone gets free will. I'm not going to try to choose for another, because that usurps divine design, and then I get tangled and tumbled in the surf. So inviting you, your body, your teams to hone in to your lane. You are a being of light, connected to an infinite source. That is what you are. You might take a moment to reference your spark, your divine spark, beautiful, pure, lovely, exquisite, unique, divine spark in the heart of source. Invite your higher self to help you reference yourself as your spark. Body, team, same. Identify as that. That's you. You're not your thoughts. You're not your personality. You're not your behaviors. You're not what you've experienced yourself as. You are your spark. You are light in the heart of source. Fully connected, safe, supported, loved infinitely. And then as you orient as that, inviting you, your body, your teams to scan your fields for anywhere you're tangled in mass consciousness and to unplug. Return all empathic sensations, send information, return responsibility back to everyone and everything for themselves. Let them choose for themselves what they be, what they choose, how they behave, what they think, what they feel. We can't possibly know what they've scripted for themselves as a being that is in the process of evolving. We all are beings in the process of evolving. Inviting you, your body, your teams to activate and amplify greater compassion for all beings in their evolutionary journey, including the collective, and unplug from mass consciousness. Plug into enlightened Gaia consciousness body, Deva. You as a soul can link into the world you're from. Just helping show you how to do that. Lifting all dissonance up and out your fields. Everything that's not yours, all ancestral, return it, send information. Elevate your roots, body deva, into the dimension of enlightened Gaia. Unplug from the roots of mass consciousness. Unplug from the roots of the ancestors. Again, radical, we know. Encouraging you to be committed to where you are in your evolution. Your ancestors, any other being is not where you are in your evolution. Be authentic with where you are in your evolution. None of it's right, wrong, good, or bad. It's just about authenticity. What is your way in this now moment based on who you've become, so that it resonates, so that it's a consistent, connected, aligned structure that supports you. Your root structure that's current for who you've become, that's harmonic, is what will support you. As consciousness roots, not so much. Ancestral roots, not so much. It's just not your essence. It's not your energy. It's a different level of evolution. You are unique. Be unique. Embrace your uniqueness. You might even say out loud, I embrace my uniqueness. I embrace who I've become. And as you prepare to graduate, perfect. Imagine traversing this corridor, embracing who you've become, ready to complete. Showing me the idea of graduating from college or high school, and you do your exams and then you're complete. And this is like finals week, finals weekend, extended weekend. You got this. You got this. And if you're feeling a little trepidation, just prepare more in some dimension. Prep, 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 prep. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Review all the lessons you've learned. Activate the vibrations of those lessons. Activate more courage. You got this. Your future self's walking with you. Your guides are walking with you. You got this. You are a being of light. There's no right, wrong, good, or bad. There's just free will choice. How do you choose to navigate this time? And that would be a good thing for you to choose consciously. And we encourage you again to declare it. I choose to navigate this time in an empowered, sovereign way. I choose to navigate this time with grace and ease, awake and aware, with compassion. I choose to navigate this time as the evolved being that I am. I choose to navigate this time conscious, awake, aware, empowered, knowing that I am a spark in the heart of Source and that I am loved infinitely, and that this is a sacred time that I've been working lifetimes to prepare for. I got this. Good. We invite a balancing and stabilizing of all your energetic fields, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived. We look forward to connecting with you all soon, and I'll put a link also below for our new series that we're starting on September 14th called Creating as One with Source. And you can kind of underline empowerment, because that's what it feels like to me, very empowered embodiment and remembering. And that 6-week series is going to be part interactive, part transmissions. It's really designed for the remembering of your unique way of creating as one with Source, based on who you've become. And the early bird coupon Thrive, the guides want me to mention that expires on the 8th of September. Interesting timing. I'm looking at that now with this corridor. So just wanting to let you know that's a $333 savings off the tuition. And you can just type in Thrive when you check out in the online store or through Square, and you'll get that $333 savings for that 6-week series for next level. They're saying next level empowered creation. Next level living. So thank you again for the honor of collaborating in this way. And thank you, each of you, for showing up. Much love.